Welcome, fellow warriors, men of valor. It's time to sharpen your spirit with today's Hebrew letter. Today we're actually going to do two letters because every stroke of this script carries fire. It has meaning and it's a mission. So for our first letter of the day 3 in the study, is Gimel. This letter is pronounced, and it looks like a backwards H. It's just pronounced Gimel. Gimel. Gimel means to walk, give, to carry. It's the letter of a movement. Not random. It's not wandering. It's purposeful and it has action. This letter, as they say in the Hebrew, is a soul on a mission. Listen to this. The ancient form of Gimel looks like a foot or the neck of a camel. And that's not an accident. Camels were survival. They carried food, of course. And what else do they carry? Their humps, water. And people cross harsh distances. So here's a bit of that history. Gimel comes from a proto, and here's a big word, Sinaitic pictograph. One of these earliest scripts used by Semitic tribes over 3,500 years ago. It literally showed a walking foot, a symbol of a direction, and a divine provision in motion. Take this little hidden fact here. The Hebrew word Gimel, spelled G-I-M-E-L, doesn't just mean to give. It also means to wean. It means wean because helping others, not staying dependent. That's what God does with us. And Jewish scribes said something even more beautiful. Gimel is always drawn, walking toward the next Dalet. The next letter, which means poor, weak, or open door. It's the picture of a righteous person walking towards someone in need. Think about it. That's Jesus. He didn't sit in heaven just watching us on earth. No, he actually came down to walk with us, guys. He walked in our dust and he gave us eternal life. So here's your Gimel challenge for today. Who are you walking toward? What burden is God asking you to carry? Where can you give in a way that grows someone else? You were never called to stay in the house or Bayet. If you remember that from yesterday, you were called to walk out in Gimel. All right, guys, that's all I have for Gimel. Let's go on to day number 4, Dalet. This other Hebrew letter, Dalet, pronounced Dalet. Dalet. And you can think about that with the phonetic spelling D-A-H. Just a quick pause, le. Or let, L-E-T, Dalet. Dalet means door. It's the letter of humility, openness, and dependence. So let me just give you a little bit of a background here, some more history in all our words that we study here. Dalet comes from the ancient pictograph, shaped like a tent flap, used by nomadic tribes for over 3,000 years ago. It wasn't a heavy gate, it was a curtain or an opening in a tent, a place you could walk through or close to. And that's exactly what Dalet means. In Hebrew, it literally means the word for door. But here's something that's even more fascinating. With Dalet, and lamed means poor or lowly. It has the same root, it has that same posture. Dalet is the picture of someone who has nothing except the willingness to open their heart for God. That open door. So in Jewish tradition, the previous letter Gimel is always drawn as running towards Dalet. Why? Because Gimel represents the giver and Dalet represents the one in need. That's the gospel. Jesus is the giver. We are the Dalet, the door, the poor, the one in need of grace. And what does Jesus say in Revelation chapter 3, verse 20? He goes, behold, I stand at the door and knock. That's Dalet. Again, he doesn't force his way in. He honors humility. So today, men of valor, where have you shut the door? Maybe it's to your heart. Maybe it's to a friend. Maybe it's to a family member. Maybe they're in need of Jesus too. That little perk to get that door propped open. What part of your life is blocked off from God or from someone he's sending your way? Dalet is your invitation. Be that door. Let him in. All right, fellow warriors, stay warrior tested, spirit approved. Have a blessed day.